What's up, guys? Corporate Nighthawk here. For those of you who know me, you probably don't know a lot about me. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, well, you're about to find out a little about me, because today I'm talking about what I'm going to be doing on this channel and a little about where I'm from and everything like that, so you guys know a little more about who I am. So, my name is, well, my birth name is Audria Rose Gina Lard. I was born in Sudbury, and we moved out to Ottawa until I was 5. And after 5 years old, my mom and I and my brother, we ended up moving back up to Sudbury. And we did that because my mom wanted to get away from my father. My father, he was abusive. He was an alcoholic, and I guess my mom made the smart choice. Well, she did make the smart choice of leaving and going up to Sudbury again with me and my younger brother. We stayed there until I was 14. But that's jumping the story here. So when we were living in Sudbury, we were like living in multiple like little towns and out there or whatever, and it was alright. It was good. I don't really miss my childhood because I got bullied a lot. I was always the girl in the classroom who wasn't very pretty, who wasn't small and fit like all the other girls. So I got bullied a lot. I had some friends, but they were fake friends. They weren't really good friends, and some kids had hit me in school, in the schoolyard. I had this one bully in the 4th grade, and one day, I was wearing a shirt or sweater with no shirt underneath, just a bra, and I had it zipped up all the way, and she, in the schoolyard, had walked up to me and unzipped my shirt all the way. I was so embarrassed. I wanted to just run away and cry. She ended up apologizing and hiding me, but she still bullied me every single day. And she turned other people against me, and that really sucked. And there was these other group of girls that bullied me because I sort of had a crush on my best friend. And they thought, well, because I wasn't as pretty as these girls, as them, you know, and these other girls, they thought it was okay to bully me for liking somebody, because they thought, well, this person is never gonna like you back, and turns out they ended up liking me back, but they didn't think that would happen at all. And then grade 8 came around, and I ended up getting beat up by a couple girls. One girl had asked me to go out trick-or-treating with her, and I told her I couldn't. I told her why, and she called my mom a bitch about it, and she hated me for it. So, a month later, we went on this school field trip for the weekend, and it was at a Tim Hortons camp. And, this is really hard for me to talk about, but I got beat up by these two girls because I couldn't go out trick-or-treating with her. And I know it sounds crazy, but it happened. She had pushed me around, punched me, kicked me, spit in my hair, put toothpaste in my hair. My shoulder blade was internally bruised, and now it just makes this really loud clicking and popping noise a lot. So, yeah, that's kind of the downfall from it, but I'm over it. I mean, slightly. It was the past. I was friends with this one girl for a few years, and her best friend, before me and this other girl became best friends. The other girl had bullied me, saying, "Oh, you're such a lesbian, blah blah blah," and this was before I even came out to anyone about liking girls. And she basically bullied me for being a lesbian, but when I didn't even come out yet. But yeah, because she thought that I had a crush on her best friend. And she was my best friend too, but I didn't have a crush on her. Yeah, she was pretty, but she just wasn't my type. I didn't ever think about dating her or anything like that. So it really sucked as a kid. I liked a lot of girls back then, and just never dated any girls back then when I was a kid. But that's all for a whole nother story. So when I was 14, I moved back up to Ottawa with my family. When, I don't know, it was shortly after my mom got married with Darren. Darren is my stepfather, and I've known him since the second grade, so I've known him for my whole life, basically. Darren is amazing. I love him, and I love my mom, and I'm glad that they met. I mean, sure, they've got their ups and downs, right? But we all do. Darren is the best man in my mom's life. The best man even in my life, because I never really had that father figure, because I've only seen my dad for 5 years of my life, and I don't remember much of it. I remember doing fun things with him, but I don't remember a lot, and I wish I had more time to be with my dad, but it just didn't work out that way, and it's okay. But so that's why to me Darren is the best father figure that in my life. Anyone else was not, in my opinion. moved away when I was 19. I moved to Parry Sound to be with a girlfriend of mine at the time. We were together for a while, and then she came out to Ottawa to live with me for a few months, and then we broke up, and she became abusive, and so I kicked her out. And then I lived with an ex-girlfriend for a few months, and then she kicked me out because we got into a fight, and she was abusive as well. She always likes to fight, so I left. I went to live in a shelter for a bit, and then I got my own place, and then I moved back to Sudbury, and I stayed in Sudbury for maybe a year or something, and then I got my first job, finally. I was a car detailer. I loved doing that. I just didn't like the people who I worked with. The people I worked with were all liars and bullies and thieves, and I did not like that environment. My workers were very very bad people. I did not feel comfortable being there. I felt sick every day going to work. But now, since a year ago, I've been back in Ottawa. I have my own place now, and things are okay. I've been with this girl for 8 months. But right now, we're, I guess, kind of on a break. We're just not working out at the moment, but we want to work on things, and maybe, hopefully, we will continue our relationship later on down the road, but right just now, it's just not working out at the moment. And I'm gonna be getting a job soon, so I'm happy about that. And I don't like to go by the name Audria. As you all know, or some of you know, I like to go by the name J, JJ, or Jasif. And the reason for that I will explain in another video as well. So that is all. I did a video on 100 layers of Band-Aids, so here it is.